This is Radar for On the Radar Entertainment Blog, coming to another edition of Movie Reviews and Observations number 70. First movie I watched was Wheeler, and it's not technically a new 2020 or 2021 movie. It came out a couple years ago, but didn't come out the DVD for a while, called Wheeler, where Stephen Dorff, who I know from Star and his own show Deputy, and he's supposedly in True Detective, he basically pretends to be a country music star. It's like a fake mockumentary movie where people were interviewed and given their opinions on him, his upbringing, him becoming a musician, him peaking, and him actually playing instruments and singing. So you didn't realize he was multi-talented and stuff. And I overall liked it. It wasn't that long. It was an hour and 30-something minutes, 90 minutes movie. It was nice. It was interesting. Sad ending. It's a really good movie. And the fact that it's short, and it's also like him just pretending to go out there and do it. It's not like he's actually, it's a real movie. It's a mockumentary type of thing. That's the thing about it, because it's like a you're watching, you're like, it seems like a documentary with everybody giving their opinions and talking. That's the cool things. That's what I liked about it. I didn't realize how talented he was. Then I watched the very excellent Mr. Dundee, and this was nice. It was an hour and 27 minutes, where Paul Hogan, who's Crocodile Dundee, not the guy who passed away, Steve Irwin. The whole movie was a satire of him being out of the limelight and him screwing up at every single point. You had Chevy Chase, Olivia Newton-John, Wayne Knight, and John Cleese, and others playing themselves. And him just trying to realize he's out of line, what he wants to do. And it's just a dumb, stupid movie. And then somebody being his son in the movie, and then all this other stuff. And the whole movie is him just trying to overcome all these kooky situations of him being at the wrong place at the wrong time, seeing the wrong thing at the wrong time. So it's more of like a movie just to watch and, get back and relax and watch something stupid. So yeah, it was okay. Then I watched another movie that Kristen Wiig made and was in it. It's called Barb and Star Go to Vista Del Mar. So basically, the one thing I like about Kristen Wiig is she actually plays two roles. She plays the villain who's trying to take over the world like an Austin Powers spoof, and she plays this woman who works like a furniture store with her roommate and her friend, who both of them, their husband died or left them and stuff. And they go on this vacation. They're having fun. Both of them have a crush on this one guy in the movie, and Damon Wayne Jr. plays somebody in the movie. So it's like, okay, cool. There's a boy in the movie who's pretty good at his job, and it's just like, again, sit back, relax, watch a dumb, silly movie, and this time for an hour and 40 minutes, where Kristen Wiig and her friend are playing complete idiots and morons, and they try to save the world, and she's also playing a cuckoo bad guy and stuff. So yeah, overall, it wasn't that bad. Then I watched Wild Mountain Thyme, and you're looking at this like, is this a country western? It says Wild Mountain. Is it like somewhere? No, it takes place in like Ireland, where Emily Blunt, who I know she's from the UK and she could do that, and so is Jamie Durand. But Christopher Walken is from here. He's playing an old Scottish farmer whose son, he doesn't believe his son can take over the farm. His son has been living there for a while. He's not sure what his son's plans are. His nephew's John Hamm. They want to sell the farm to John Hamm. Emily Blunt's, her mother owns a farm, and she works on the farm with her mother. And they were like saying how the two of them never dated each other. John Hamm's trying to romance Emily Blunt, but she's into Jamie Durand. And Jamie Durand not sure if he's good enough for her, blah, 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 blah. And they're arguing how they're both bad people and they're not good to get married. They're not meant to be married, etc., etc. It's pretty damn stupid, this movie. And I'm glad it was only an hour and 43 minutes with credits, because it was just horribly written. They wasted the time of Christopher Walken, John Hamm, Jamie Durand, and Emily Blunt, who have all been pretty good actors in certain movies, and it's just horrible. I don't get this. It's just really bad movie, and at the end they're going to end up with each other no matter what. And then I watched this movie, Remembering Sunday. Now, it's not a new movie per se. It was just something that I saw on Wikipedia's Come Home videos that came out on DVD in the last couple of years, and I always stay away from Hallmark movies, but I was like, why would it be coming to DVDs if it's been out for like 5-6 years? I watched it because Zachary Levi was in there, and it was one of the worst movies I ever watched ever, because he supposedly had a brain aneurysm, so he moves back home to where his family is, a familiar place, where his brother and sister are, and every time he goes to bed, he loses short-term memory, and he meets this cute girl who's trying to do all this stuff, and it's like he falls for her, but then every day he forgets her and falls in love with her again, and it's the ups and downs of the relationship and things going together. And the only positive thing was it was a 9-something minute movie. I like Zachary Levi, but his character was very hollow and horribly written, horribly put together, which is why I'm like, yeah, I don't go out of my way to watch Hallmark films. This is just horrible. Then Promising Young Woman I was like, wait, an hour and 54 minutes? How long is this movie going to be? So basically, it's where this girl is supposed to be this great woman who's in medical school, but something happened. You find out her friend died after something happened to her in college, and she's out for revenge, and she dropped out to take care of her friend. And Molly Shannon plays the friend's mother, and her parents are played by, excuse me, played by, Gary Chalk and this other woman, and they're just like, why is she going to move out? What's she going to do? Connie Britton's in the movie. Laverne Cox is her boss. Yeah, Jennifer Coolidge is the mother. Alison Brie, somebody she went to school with. Max Greenfield's one of the dudes who went to college. Her supposed love interest in movies she went to college with, too. And basically, the movie is her, and you see, like, Adam Brody, Sam Richardson. You see these somewhat famous actors. Her acting all drunk, going back to their place, Christopher Mintz-Plasse. And I don't know if she's officially killing them for touching her or just scaring the crap out of them. It's really hard to tell if she's actually killing people or not, because her goal is psycho revenge on men who take advantage of drunk women and sleep with them and all this other stuff. And if that's the case, she had a book, she crossed things off, blah, 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 blah. And the whole movie is her at the end of the day trying to get revenge for what happened to her friend. And she finds out the guy she's dating was around when that happened and everything else. And I didn't like the way the movie ended, per se, where something happened to her, but then they kind of redeemed it with the twist of she has the last laugh no matter what. So yeah, if the movie was maybe 10-20 minutes shorter, because there's some dead scenes in there, you would get the premise of the movie. She's trying to get revenge and, educate men on how they're supposed to treat women. Then yeah, I would think it would be a lot better. But I would say it's an okay movie. You gotta stick with it, or you're not gonna really like it. You gotta stick to the whole thing. And then I watched Fear of Rain, where this girl has schizophrenia, and the confusing throughout the movie was her mother alive throughout the whole movie? Was her mother died in the movie? And she's seeing things, but she thinks there's a little girl in her teacher addict, and nobody believes her. There's a boy that talks to her. She doesn't understand why this boy's talking to everybody. Thinks she's Junior. Henry Conner Jr. that I know of is a musician. I'm like, he's an actor? Okay, cool. And Katherine Heigl is the mom in the movie, so you're like, okay, some big-time people. And the positive thing was an hour and 47-minute movie, but it's almost an hour 50 minutes. And there was a lot of dead, boring scenes, and you're just like, okay, where is this going, blah, blah, blah. If the movie was a little bit shorter and they cut some of that out, it would have been good, because the redeeming quality is, even though she's crazy, she still was telling the truth, and that's all that really mattered. But yeah, Fear of Rain, it's okay. That's why there were mixed reviews on Rotten Tomatoes, like 50%, because it really depends on how you look at it. Do not watch Hallmark movies. I made a mistake. Even if Zachary Levi's in it for Forever Sunday. Do not watch Wild Mountain Thyme, despite having a good cast in the movie. They're just horrible movies. If you do want to watch dumb, stupid movies, you can watch the very excellent Mr. Dundee, or Barbra Star, go to Vista Del Marais. If you're looking for dumb comedies. If you're looking for a really quality movie put together, emotional, finding out how talented Stephen Dorff is, I would watch Wheeler. And as I said, Promising Young Woman was pretty good, but you have to stick with it, because after a while you get like, what's going this? Thank you for listening to another show, Movie Reviews Observation number 70. For On the Radar Entertainment Blog, I'm Radar. See you guys next time.